Hi guys, welcome to your channel Driving for Wellness. Today we'll discuss why our car pulls to one side when we let go the steering. It may be towards the left side or the right side. We'll discuss this in 3 segments. In the first segment, we'll discuss how the steering system works. In the second segment, we'll discuss how camber and caster angle are responsible for the same. And lastly, a discussion with the proprietor of Multiline Automobiles. Let's go. Steering a vehicle is pretty easy stuff, right? But do you know how it works? It seems so simple, but it's really not. Let's take a look at what your vehicle's moving parts are actually doing. As you turn the steering wheel, the steering shaft or column rotates the pinion gear. The teeth of the pinion gear in a steering rack interlock as the pinion rotates. This rotation will push the rack. When the rack moves, the attached tie rods in the steering knuckles act as pivot points and turn the front tires. For example, rotating the steering wheel to the left will push the rack to the right, pivoting the front tires to the left. The more you turn the steering wheel, the more the rack is pushed, turning the wheels of your car. This is just a visual of what actually happens when you turn the wheels of your vehicle. Large side-to-side differences in front camber can cause unwanted steering forces which may lead to a pull. When camber is zero, no steering forces are generated from either side. Each wheel should tend to roll straight ahead. But when one wheel is cambered, for example positive on the right side, it immediately begins rolling to the right. Combine this with the left wheel cambered negative. Now both wheels want to roll to the right, generating even greater steering force. As a rule of thumb, a camber pull will typically direct the vehicle towards the side with the most positive setting. Look the following examples. Tires have a lifespan of about 4 years or 60,000 kilometers. Beyond that, 40,000?
Yeah.
Not even 60?
No, not even.
Okay, you mean to say the elasticity of the rubber wears out?
Yes. Tires are a very challenging thing. There will be a culture in India where the countries like European or USA subcontinent, no? What happens is they have a different set of tires for cold driving and the regular driving. Likewise, in India, we don't need to change the tires frequently, but then you have to take care of that. You have to do tire rotation on a regular basis, and over and above that, there is a depth gauge. You can check by yourself also by using an ordinary scale or something. Whenever the depth is less than 4 mm, you should try and change the tire as soon as possible.
Okay. And along with tire rotation, wheel alignment and wheel balancing also needs to be done.
Yeah.
Now, I have a particular question. In wheel alignment, why is it that you are only adjusting the toe in and toe out, not the camber and caster angle?
See, basically, wheel alignment, toe in and toe out will solve more than 95% of the issue. Okay. Whenever there is an issue of camber and caster, I will advise you to check up the suspension as well, because without the suspension being damaged or car facing a severe fall, these things don't get disturbed easily.
Okay. Yeah, so that means yesterday I had a talk with my close friend. He advised me that, he also had a query why camber and caster angle is not checked in wheel alignment. So I had told him that normally these two angles are not disturbed.
Yes.
And these two angles are dependent on the suspension of the car, camber and caster.
Oh, everything is dependent on suspension. I mean, they have a connection.
Yeah.
They are connected to the car via suspension.
Okay. So now, if there is suspension, yes, I think they last about 4 5 years. And if I see some thud sound, or if I notice some thud sound when I am driving, either through a pothole or on rough roads, that is a signal that I need to get my suspension checked. And that involves three things. That is, first is the lower arm, then is the, what is that called, rack, the steering rack, then the spring and the shock absorber. These are the three things that need to be checked. Now once these three things are checked, and after that I do the wheel alignment with toe in and toe out, the camber and caster angle will already be in place. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely. And see, if someone says that the other two angles are disturbed, it will take a lot of technology and expertise, which I doubt is there with any of the dealer places or workshop like us even.
Okay.
So that is really very hard to diagnose.
Okay.
And alignment is, see, from a layman's language, it will keep the wheels as per the specification.
Okay.
If you do wheel alignment at my place and directly drive out and place the vehicle at some other place, there are chances, I mean, to get a different set of readings at a different machine.
Okay.
But the gauge of alignment is, as in when you drive the car, you look at the wear and tear of the vehicle. You feel pressure that vehicle is going on in any particular direction while accelerating. You see irregular wear and tear on your tires. This is a serious sign of mis.
And driving such long stretch is pretty interesting, but then we need to be well prepared for it, as our vehicle or our car has to be in excellent top-notch condition. Some of the things which I do while undertaking such road trips is to ensure that all the four wheels are in proper shape. Therefore, prior to a road journey, we need to do wheel alignment, wheel balancing and wheel rotation. It is a must. And we need to check on the age of the tires. Normally, whether it is Bridgestone, Michelin or any other brand, the warranty condition says that 60,000 kilometers or 2 years, whichever is earlier. But the average life of a tire is not more than 4 years. Now, even if the threads have not gone, still the rubber becomes very hard and cracks are developed, and therefore it is very essential that the car keeps running over a period of time and it runs right through the life of the tire, rather than thinking that if the car has run just about 10, 15 or 20,000 kilometers in 4 years time, the tires will be in good shape. No, that is not so. At the end of 4 years, there is a certain amount of hardening which takes place, and the rubber loses its elasticity, and therefore there can be cracks which are developed on the highway, and any cracks which are developed on the side walls can be dangerous at high speeds. Therefore, we need to keep a watch on the condition of our tires before embarking on a road trip. For now.
We all live on time we borrow, time our children was lend here today, but gone tomorrow, like a spark flying in the wind. We all look up